Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertantonnyc, coming to you with your No Frills American Idol commentary from a singer, and I'm dragging my tail right now, so let's get to it and get it over with. So tonight, the top 9 was singing songs from the Beatles. That's the thing tonight. And they started out with Rae Jepsen announcing that she is going to be singing a song during the finale. And there's all this stuff that Pepsi is doing to get that performance together. So you can go to American Idol and check out the Pepsi Challenge and all that good stuff to help her put this performance together for the American Idol finale. So the results for the sing-off between Jolley, Askew, and Aubrey Cleland were announced by Ryan Seacrest. And I was not believing it. Aubrey Cleland is going on the Idol tour. She will be number 11. And I thought that they might even announce they were going to take Jolley with them, but I guess that just was not going to happen. Jolley fans, I'm sorry. Jolley, I'm sorry, Jolley. Get it? Y'all probably too young to know that. Okay, as I said before, tonight was the Beatles week. We had 9 performances, so I'm going to jump right in and tell you what happened. Kree Harrison started out doing with a little help from my friends, and this was a good fit in her voice and style. But what surprised me was the little melismas that she had going on. I mean, she was doing some like little R&B stuff. I said, go ahead on, Kree. She is really versatile. She's so laid back and comfortable on stage. It was almost like she was singing in her living room, you know, because she was just there. She was doing her thing. It wasn't a whole lot of drama and all this. She was just like da-da-da, singing and whatever. I think it's a good thing to a point, but it might hurt her if people feel like she's not really working for it and if she's not really pushing to give the performance and to really connect and to do everything that someone is doing on stage. But for me, I thought it was just great. It was just like, go ahead, girl. You know you can say, just do your thing and let the chips fall where they may. Keith said she's all the cool things about country. Nicki said she always puts her own creedom on it. Randy said she looks like she's ready. And Mariah said she thought it was fantastic. Burnell Taylor was up next. He did Let It Be, and he didn't know the song during his session, right, with Jimmy Iovine, but he was on top of it by the time performance night came up. You know, by the time he did the performance that I just watched, I mean, you know what I'm saying. He had a nice small changes and inflections that I thought were pretty straightforward and pretty cool. But once again, like, I thought the vocal was great. I thought he did a great job with the song. You know, he made it his own. He had a good sound and style and all this, but he stayed center with the mic stand, his feet planted the whole time once again, and that blank face while he's singing in certain parts, it just goes totally blank. And it's like getting to the place where don't you have something else that you can do. Then you can just walk out to, you know, again, I think I said it last time, walk out this way a little bit, walk out that way a little bit, come back to center and finish the song. He is just stock still, and I do not know why. I'm looking for him to give us a little more something, a little more performance, you know, a little more commanding the stage. Nicki went first this time, so they finally started kind of trying to like rotate it up a little bit for us. And she said that he treated the song like it was a newborn baby. Randy said he found a way to make smart choices and made it his own. Mariah said he gave a heartfelt, genuine performance. And Keith said he's the most instantly recognizable tone in the competition. Amber Holcomb was up next. She did She's Leaving Home. And this was impressive with the harp and 100 violins. I wasn't exactly 100, but it didn't seem like it. And the smoke-filled stage. But the star of the show was Amber. And she gave a really touching performance of the story. Randy went first and said it started a little slow, but she hit her stride and ended it well. Keith said she made the song sound fresh as if it was written this week. Lazaro Arbos was up next. He did In My Life. And I wrote, again, Lazaro tops his last performance. He's getting better by leaps and bounds, and I can really hear him as a balladeer in this performance. He did a good job with the rhythms and the presentation, though he has a tendency to hit flat, to go flat when he comes from a higher note and goes down. He doesn't have that control to go, ah, you know, he goes, ah. So he has a tendency to go flat every time he's going from the top down. Mariah spoke first and said it was a little low for him, talking about the key of the song. And Randy said it was his worst performance ever and called it out of tune from beginning to end. The judges just really ripped on him about this performance. Lazaro said they changed his song last night at the last minute. And but you know, my band, we do this song all the time, and it's constantly one of the most requested songs. And I thought that he did a really good job. You know, again, like I said, he has the problem with the pitch, but you know, for what it is, it's a difficult song to sing. I think he did a good job. If you're enjoying the commentary so far, please make sure to thumb it up for me. Let me know that you're enjoying it. Thumb it up, I love it up. I want to see your thumbs up. I need to make a song for that now because I don't remember it all the time. But thank you very, very, very much. So next up we had Candice Glover doing Come Together. And I love the way she always finds little places in the song to add her little riffs and inflections, from going way down on the note at one point when it would normally be, you know, here, or blaring and going up, or hitting a nice high note where it would have normally been like really rough and just she works it out. And then she stopped the show and did her thing at the end when she took in all the little jazz inflections. She just really knows her way around the song, and she knows who she is, and she makes sure that she has a little bit of her in every single song, and generally a lot of her is, you know, just a lot up in there. Keith said it was absolutely killer. Randy said he loved to see the playful side of her with the up-tempo song. Paul Jolley was up next. He did Eleanor Rigby, and I didn't really like the way this started out with the light falsetto. It was very, it just wasn't in there. I think he should have started with the verse because it was more solid. Start strong, and the falsetto thing was just very tentative. I didn't like the way it came in. It was like he wasn't assured of what was going on. He didn't sound sure of himself. The violinists, I wrote, them violinists were working it out. They were getting into this. They stole the performance from him. They really did. So expressive, but it was just because he was so stock still and just trying. They were just they were doing it. I was like watching them more than I was watching him. Paul had a nice big note in the middle, kept it sweet and falsetto E for the ending. Nicki said she didn't like his performance and called it safe, bland, and forgettable. Randy said he was disconnected and never quite got into it. What did you guys think about this? Angie Miller was up next. She did Yesterday, and she came out to woo this audience, and that she did. What happened to her hair? It was straight, and it was a different color, and like cut. You know, she had a different cut. I was like, oh girl, you better change it up a little bit. This was a touching performance, and vocally just off the chain. I wrote here and there she was walking the line with being just a little screechy in some of the higher parts, but I thoroughly enjoyed this rendition. Mariah said she did a very respectful cover of the song. Nicki said unbelievably amazing. Then she got bleeped for some stuff, and then she said she could do anything with her voice. Devin Velez did The Long and Winding Road, and I like that he goes with all of his renditions of his songs toward that R&B pop sound, and he really had some nice sweet riffs on the end of his phrases, and he gave, I wrote, a touching rendition. Now I think it's time for him to start picking a few up tempos and showing us that he has something in that area too. You know, let's start getting a little more mid-tempo to up-tempo. Keith said he was missing the emotional connection and he needed more of his heart in there. Nicki said she did find him very committed and truthful. Randy said Devin is back tonight. I also thought he was very connected. I didn't get that what Keith was talking about. Janelle Arthur did I Will to finish out the night. She started out singing and just sang this like it was a bedtime story. It was so nice, so simple and sweet. And when she stood, and I wrote moseyed on down to the center stage, it was just very natural and unaffected. I think she would sound good yodeling for some reason. This is what I wrote, okay? So later on, Keith said she knows who she is, and it was really beautiful. Randy said it was one of the best performances of the night, and he mentioned the not quite yodel thing. And I was like, it was like her going in and out of her chest and her head voice, but it was almost a yodel. And I was like, oh, I think she would sound good doing so like yodeling. I don't know. I can't even do it. I tried to do it on one song. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to do this and I'm going to get it over with. What did you guys think of the performances of the night? Who was your favorite? Who do you think is going to be in the top 3? Jessica Sanchez featuring NeYo are going to be on the results show tomorrow. I think there's going to be somebody else, but I lost it. When they said just Jessica Sanchez, I was like, oh yeah, baby. And they will be performing. Someone else will be performing. If you know who it is, pop it down in the comments or whatever for me. And just thank you so much for joining me again for this commentary. I hope I wasn't too crazy, too all over the place. But brother is tired at the moment. And I was so giddy. Okay, I'm out. Peace.